making the news as a jit, and at 17 years old was arrested for burglary, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, grand theft, and resisting arrest with violence. He was also accused of leading a gang of over 100 others as they hit licks, burglarizing multiple homes and planned attacks where they staked out residences before kicking the door in. Wiz was born in Hollywood, growing up in Hollandale, Florida, where his older brother was killed. Back in 2016, at around 8 at night, two teens were walking in the 700 block of 7th Ave when shots rang out. They'd run a block away on a Foster Road where they both collapsed. Screams could be heard from neighbors as they ran towards the two teens, one being held by a woman who was attempting to comfort him and keep him alive. 19-year-old Wajib Williams, Wiz's older brother Jib, was pronounced dead at the hospital. The 17-year-old victim survived. The following year, in 2017, a man named Denzel Williams was walking on Foster Road when he turned on 8th Street, heading towards his grandmother's house. He walked to the southeast corner of the home, facing the wall to take a piss, when he looked over his shoulder, seeing a black Nissan with two men inside. The passenger had a hoodie pulled up halfway over his head, the window rolled down, and Denzel immediately recognized him. Wiz aimed a gun out of the car, firing 6 times as Denzel ran to the backyard. Speaking with police, Denzel was clear he'd been looking over his shoulder while walking, and nobody was following him. He'd identified Wiz to police and stated he was possibly waiting for him, trying to kill him because he thought he had something to do with his brother's death. A few days before, he'd also seen Wiz riding in the same vehicle when Wiz rolled the window down and grilled him, displaying his teeth as a sign of aggression. Denzel was later presented with the photo lineup where he yet again identified Wiz, and on July 26, 2017, Wiz was arrested for attempted murder. Fast forward to August 22, 2020, it was roughly 1:25 in the afternoon when Denzel Williams and Amber Campbell were shot and killed after a drive-by in Hollywood, Florida.
Amber Campbell simply crossed the street to talk to her neighbor and pet her neighbor's dog, and that is when someone drove down this street and opened fire on both of them. Campbell and her neighbor Denzel Williams were both killed, and it appears the bullet was not meant for Campbell.
It was Amber's home. Police believing the mother of 3 was an innocent bystander, and it was Denzel that was the target, as he was set to testify as a witness in an upcoming trial. Wiz Da Wizard's attempted murder case would later be dismissed in early 2021, as the one and only witness was now dead. At this time, nobody knows why or how Wiz was killed. No shots were heard at the scene where his body was found, with evidence leading police to question if he was killed somewhere else and dropped off in his old neighborhood. DJ Frisco took to social media saying, "Y'all killed the man in a different city and then dropped his body in his city?" Is ruthless. Sadly, if this is true, he was dropped off only 2 minutes away from where his brother Jib was killed years ago. It just goes to show Wiz was heavy in the streets of Broward County, and while many tried to fuel a fire between him and Kodak, blood been getting spilt for years over real pressure that stayed offline.